Government's plans to implement a 20% effective VAT rate may hit a slow start as the largest trade group, the Ghana Union of Traders Association GUTA, says it is yet to receive new tax receipts booklets from the Ghana Revenue Authority. Effective tomorrow, January 1, government will begin the implementation of a number of policies, including a sweeping tax reform that abolishes the COVID-19 levy, consequently reducing the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%. We'll get GUTA's reaction shortly, but first, James Aveji takes a look at the key policies that will kickstart tomorrow in the following report.
The John Mahama government will begin the second year of its second term with a raft of tax reforms as announced by Finance Minister Dr. Cassiel Atuforsen in the 2026 budget presentation in Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to reassure the people of Ghana that at the minimum, the following will happen as part of the VAT Act. Amendment Bill. Mr. Speaker, COVID levy will be abolished. The effective VAT rate will be reduced. The punitive cascading effect of the GET Fund and NHIS levy will be removed. VAT flat rate will be removed. And a unified VAT rate will be implemented. The VAT registration threshold will be increased to exempt small and micro businesses, and compliance will be improved through public education, awareness creation, and the introduction of fiscal electronic devices will be deployed.
Following the passage of the tax reform bill, the much talked about COVID-19 levy, which was described by the NDC in opposition as a nuisance tax, stands abolished effective Thursday, January 1, 2026. This will consequently reduce the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%, resulting from the decoupling of the GET Fund and the NHI levy. Beyond the tax cut, water and electricity will, however, see a 15.92% and 9.86% increment respectively. Elsewhere, no broken-down vehicle is expected to stay on the road beyond an hour as the government seeks to implement a swift towing of all sport vehicles under the amended Road Traffic Regulations Act to improve road safety across the country. In education, government will also begin the implementation of free tertiary education for all persons with disability. But beyond January 1, government is also expected to roll out an e-visa policy, digitize government services, expand the LEAP project and other social programs. The question, however, is how the John Mahama-led administration intend to use these interventions to expand Ghana's economy and better the lives of citizens in 2026 and beyond. James Aveji, Joy News.
Well, let's go on Zoom now and speak to President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Clement Boateng. Grateful for your time here on the news. Has anything changed from the last time you spoke to my colleague this afternoon concerning the changes that are supposed to be made for the implementation of this reform? Kindly unmute and speak to us. Mr. Boateng, can you hear me? Kindly unmute and speak to us.
Hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Okay, that's fine. So good evening and thank you for having me. Yeah, in answer to your question that if something has changed since I spoke to your colleague this afternoon, nothing has changed, but that even is not the issue at stake, whether we have received the VAT book of 20% or not. Our issue has to do with how GUTA will be roped into the 20% VAT. What we are saying is that we are operating in the same market, whether 20% or the new modified tax system. So our worry is that how are they going to make the segregation by putting some people in the 20% VAT bracket and then putting some other people also in the new modified tax system. We have done some extensive work with GRA as far as the new modified tax system is concerned. So what we are saying is that since we are in the informal sector, we would like GUTA members to be placed on the new modified tax system, because if some people are put in the 20% and some others are put in the new modified tax system, the playing field will not be leveled, because those in the 20%, definitely that cascading effect of prices that they are trying to do away with will still be there. So what GUTA is saying is that GUTA members, and for that matter, we those that are in the informal sector, should be placed on the new modified tax system.
Right, and I believe it will take some time for GRA to rope in these new changes, but from tomorrow it takes effect. How are you going to proceed on business?
Well, even though implementation is starting tomorrow, luckily for us, we are on holidays, and the real implementation, as far as I'm concerned, will start on Monday. So since currently we haven't had any modalities from the GRA as far as implementation is concerned, we think we are going to, be making our sales without charging any VAT until we get a clear-cut, direction from GRA for them to consider moving us into the new modified tax system. From Monday, we are going to, seek an audience with GRA and try as much as possible to bring a clarity to this situation, because as far as GUTA is concerned, the 20% cannot be possible.
Right.
We have to be placed on the new modified tax system.
Well, we wish you all the best. Thank you very much, Mr. Boateng, for joining us.